Hi, my name's Henners, and this is Wyrmscraig. I've locked myself to the island of Wyrmscraig until I can complete all the tasks on this island, hoping to eventually escape. This is Wyrmscraig One Chunk Ironman.
Jack sent me back to the island. Back to Pandemonia. I gotta get back there now. I didn't realise it did that. No, I should have docked on a closer island. I'm going. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Woo! Okay, here we are. Okay, I'm just gonna run around and explore as much of the island as possible. No outsiders. I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna... Salvaging station. Okay, so what's this? I can salvage here. Okay, that's good to know. There's an agility shortcut. Logs. More logs. I'm just going to explore as much of the island as I can and cut bits out that aren't important. Okay, mining. Sunstone monolith. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, there it is. There's the rune rocks. So there is a rune rock on here. Okay, so that is potential 99 smithing grind. Is that pick upable? No, okay, can't pick up the bronze pickaxe. So as long as there's no pickaxe one, we're okay for now. We've got wormlings, we've got the goat hunting. Logs, maple, just up to maple. Okay, yew trees. So logs up to yew trees. Doesn't really help with doesn't help with anything really. I'm going to check up here, that's them. I'm going to check the shops now in the town and just sort of see what we're going to be working with. Okay, we have a bank. Are we allowed to use the bank, or is it forbidden until you have to build it? You need 48 construction. Okay, that seems interesting. Oh, I've got chickens. Okay, so I have somewhere to train combat really easily early on and cooking, which is cool. That's it. So I can't upgrade my boat here. That is important to know. And I can't do any construction. And I cannot use the bank. That seems to be it. I'm going to see if I can try and figure out this quest. Get to the point where I have to do the combat, and then I guess I'll just train on chickens for a bit. The bank issue could be a problem. I have happened upon a pickaxe, a bronze pickaxe, which means I will have to I'm gonna have to get 99 smithing. Alright, first roadblock. I have to kill 3 trolls, and I'm an extremely low level. So I am going to go and kill the chickens, cook the food, and rinse and repeat. Alright, so come to the realization that my inventory is a bit whack at the minute. And I've got all these lamps stacked up. Now, realistically, in terms of what I want to lamp, options. I don't know what the boss drops, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the fishing stuff to do the fishing, the harpoon fishing, and the swordfish fishing over there. I'm also not sure if there's a way for me to get the planks to build the bank chest. So I don't know if I should lamp the construction. I don't know if I should just allow myself the bank chest as a preemptive sort of thing. I don't know what the general store sells. If it sells a knife, I also have to get fletching up to make rune, the highest rune thing I can make. Which 77 of javelins, what's arrows? 75. So yeah, javelins, I'd have to. There's no magic tree, yeah, so I'd have to get 77 to make rune javs. Along with the smithing grind I've got to do. So there's a lot of grinds already sort of appearing. I'm trying to decide if I should pause the grinds on the island to just so that I can complete the quest and then drop everything and then start again, start fresh, or do I kill the chickens, then I can kill the mountain trolls to get like an Addy Warhammer and some Addy armor, and then I can see if I can try to take the boss on via that route to complete the quest. Yeah, lots of thoughts going on at the minute. I'm not really sure. For now, I'm just going to kick chickens because this is something I have to do eventually anyway. Shout out to this guy who's absolutely hilarious. He just comes up to me and says, "Why you harass the livestock, brother? These chickens were literally just born today." So funny. I love it. I think, I mean, at the end of the day, it is my series and I can do what I want, so it doesn't really matter. I think I am going to allow myself the bank just to make it more enjoyable for me. What I'm thinking is I'll make the bank and then clear my bank out entirely. Apart from random event items, I'll keep those. I think that way I'm going to enjoy the series a lot more, and I get to sort of stack up items from the boss, the drops, things like the prayer pots and super combats that I've seen it being dropped. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. So I think what I'm going to do is leave the island for now, go and get the mahogany logs, which I might have to woodcut get. And then once I have those mahogany logs, and then the mithril nails I need to get, so I need to get my smithing up to 50, which I can do on this island. So I think I will train the smithing on this island, yes. And then to finish off, I'm guessing, what's the last one? The lead bar I could get. Yes, it's just mahogany in the... Oh, and the 48 construction I need to go and get as well. So I'm going to go do all of those things, build the bank, and then sort of lock the account to this island. So I haven't even done the quest yet, so I've sort of taken that away as a compromise. I don't get to complete the quest and lock it, but I'll build the bank. So yeah, I'll be back once I've got the bank built. Alright, just doing some like log gathering and construction training and to get the bank, and I've got 3 XP things here, and I thought I might as well start lamping on things that I want to use it on. And I was trying to sort of decide what I thought would be useful. Fishing's not really going to help because I can't get a harpoon or a lobster cage, and there's the fishing random, so I guess I'll get my XP via that. There's no farming for a while, so I don't need that. Sailing is not necessary. I won't need construction once I've got the bank and locked myself. Obviously not rune crafting, so I think in all, it seems silly, but there's a lot of slayer monsters on the islands. For example, there's where is it? I mean, the griffins eventually at 51. On the actual island, there's wormlings and strike worms, and the strike worms have some interesting drops, which could be cool. Obviously, lamping all the way to 62 is mental and won't happen, and the 70 for the actual Slayer Master is no good. But I think Slayer is probably the best place for me to start in terms of actually having something that's useful to the account. I might be wrong in the future, but I just don't want to hold on to these lamps until I decide, so I'm just going to smash all these into Slayer now. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, just got 48 construction. That's what I need to build the chest. I also need myth nails, which is why I'm doing Daddy's Home quest. You get 50 myth nails for the reward, and I just think it's the best way for me to get the nails without actually impacting the account too much. I could do large salvages, and I could risk getting some collection logs, or I could train like 13 more smithing levels, which is obviously going to be more beneficial to me than if I just do this quest, which has next to no benefit whatsoever. So I'll do Daddy's Home, get the myth nails, and then all I have to do is get the mahogany planks, which is going to require me to get 50 wood cutting. I will double check to make sure. What's the problem? I got to turn those into planks. I will double check to make sure that there isn't another way for me to get mahogany logs. But yeah, if not, we'll just assume that the only way I'm going to do it is via the woodcutting. Alright, Daddy's Home done. Got the crate, and in this crate should be the mithril nails I need. So, just got to get 6 woodcutting levels and get the mahogany plank. And that right there is the 50 woodcutting that I need. I'm going to chop the mahogany logs, get the, I think it's 8 planks. I have found out that to build the bank, you need a drop from the boss from like doing the actual quest. I'm going to stick to what I said though. I'm going to get the items I need to build the bank and then drop everything and lock myself to the island with the items I need to build the thing. So I have to defeat the boss with those items still in my inventory, and then I can build the bank and then go from there. I think that's a sort of fair compromise without just making it way too easy for myself. So yeah, gonna mine these, oh my word, chop these logs and then head off to the island again. Right, here I am at the bank. Gonna go ahead and drop everything except for the hammer and saw and the items for the bank chest. I'm also going to keep all random event items just purely so that I don't have to get those again, because I mean I've been playing the account, I can keep those. Everything else will be dropped. I will keep this mystery box though, and I'll open it once I reach the island. So yeah, just going to go ahead and drop everything. Okay, didn't even realize that the paint was 3.3 mil, which kind of sucks. This guy's gonna get it. He seems happy about that though, which is great. This is all I have now. I'm gonna just use this teleport to get to the house. I need money to recover my boat, and then I'll drop my money on the island for some person walking by. Keeping the Oculus Orb for recording things. Then I have to take the lead bars out, the 32 nails, which means I should drop 18. The other guy got it. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so I got the 32 nails. Oh, I dropped my saw and my hammer. Whoops. I gotta go back and get a saw and a hammer because I need that to build it. Okay, I've made it back to the island. So these are the chunks I've had to unlock. This is the dock. You obviously need the whole island.
You have to sail around here at this point for something for the quest. And there's a little lip here that you can't get through, so you have to go sort of round this rock here. So you have to go around there, back in, and then it should be okay. I could have gone this way, but that would have been way more chunks. I thought this was the least amount of chunks I could unlock to make everything doable. I am going to do a little bit more exploring again on the island. I'd noticed there's potatoes, and you can churn cheese, so you can make potatoes with cheese. So that's going to be my food source for the boss. So I think I'm just going to check to see if there's any sea creatures that I can attack anywhere. Other than that, we should be good to go.
Having talked about the chunks that I've unlocked, I thought it'd be a good time to go over what exactly are the chunk tasks for this account. There's a few to start off with. First of all, of course, green logging the Mad Angel boss. This requires the Mad Angel pet, the Hallowfell sword, the teleport, and the jar, the sunstone jar. The goat pet is actually not able to be achieved, as you need the sheep herder quest and 60 hunter, which I'm not able to do, so this will be backlogged until all those things are unlocked. Next up, there is a cooking requirement of 62 to cook the monkfish dropped from the boss, and I also need 75 attack and strength to wield the Hallowfell. The tinderbox from the shop allows me to fire make logs, which means I need to get 60 fire making for the yew tree on the island. On top of that, there is a rune rock, a furnace, and an anvil. Now, this would require 99 smithing to make the rune plate body. I've come to the conclusion that this ridiculously long grind, starting with an iron pickaxe, is not something I'm going to do. I have a full-time job, a job that does not allow me to play RuneScape while I work, because I'm a teacher, so I literally cannot play while working. Which means I have a limited amount of playtime that I can actually play the game. Meaning this grind that could take thousands of hours is just going to put a complete entire stop to the series, and I won't be able to release any videos at all, which would suck in my opinion. And I've made this to have fun and produce some fun content, and that to me just isn't going to be fun. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to get to 87 smithing to make the rune mace. One chunk out of my current chunk are great white sharks, which drop dragon keel parts, which need 94 smithing. So if I was to roll that, I would then immediately have to get 94 smithing. And then I will be going 99 cape, so then I would get the 99 smithing once reaching Port Sarim, which is, a likely place for me to visit. That way I can sort of spread out the 99 smithing grind, which will probably still mostly be done entirely on this island, but just allow myself to break it down a little bit so that I'm actually able to produce some half decent content for you guys. As well as those grinds, I also have to get a curved bone from the trolls that reside down below. The jeweler's chisel is another thing that must go on the backlog, as I am unable to do it, as I do not have any hunter furs. The minute I lock hunter furs, I can come back and do that. And then there is a very likely 80 cooking grind also waiting for me at the great white sharks or the albatrosses to the south. But that's it. That's all the grinds on the island. I hope people understand that the smithing, I'm sort of spreading it out over a few different grinds just to make it a more enjoyable series, really, for me and for those to watch. So yeah, let's get cracking onto some of the chunk tasks. Okay, just recently hit 30 attack and strength, train defense now. But I thought it might be fun to shake up the grind a bit and try tackle some of these trolls. There is a way to sort of go in and out of their attack range. I practiced a little bit way back, but they can sometimes hit you and they bop you pretty hard. So I quickly made some potatoes with butter, which healed 14 actually, which is pretty decent. And the cheese, adding cheese only gets you like 2 extra health, which is, for the amount of time it takes, not really worth it. So potato with butter is perfect for this. I'm going to head into the cavern and just see if we can bop a couple trolls down, maybe spoon one of the items. Alright, I've been flinching this troll for quite some time. It's taken forever, but it's finally gone down. That is the first kill, and I got nothing. I also got this one down a little bit low, so I'm just going to see... Oh, it's fully regen. Okay. I'm going to leave for now. I need better stats for more accuracy. It just takes way too long with my current stats. But it's doable, safe spottable, as in flinchable. So, yeah, should be able to grind those out to get the drops I need to take on the boss. Back to chickens. Woohoo!
Okay, just got back from a weekend away. I did a bit of mobile gaming. Just got to 30 defense. Also at 32 attack now. And with one more whack, I'll also get 31 strength. I'm up to 30 prayer. I've killed about 2,000 chickens on mobile over the weekend. I've done 1,000 on the computer here. So that's 3k chickens out of the about 11,000 that I need to do. I also got a significant cooking milestone level. I got to 47 also on mobile. That's significant because that's actually the task chunk for this cooking level for this chunk, because I can make a potato with cheese. Now, you might be wondering, why am I still cooking chickens then if I have completed the task? Well, unfortunately, to the north there are albatrosses that drop a shark, and to the east there are great white sharks that, guess what, drop a shark. So very likely that the second I leave this island I'll have an 80 cooking requirement. So I don't want to not cook chickens now if I'm going to have to do it immediately after leaving the chunk. So I just got to sort of keep going with cooking. Yeah, sort of what we got to do. And lastly, I have a mystery box. Going to open it up. Hope for the mithril scimitar. I also got I dropped the lead bars because actually you can mine them in the cavern, and I dropped the hammer because I can get that later to sort of free up a bit more inventory space for to build the bank thing later. So this is sort of how my inventory is looking for now. I got a zombie random, and I got the dance emote, and I was able to bank the 2 random items that I accumulated. So it's all going fairly well. I'm just going to keep pushing towards 43 prayer.
When he arrived, we were relieved. He said he would help us find the missing child and defeat the Mad Angel. He seemed very confident, and then he reached the Mad Angel and stopped. He just completely stopped.
At first, I didn't think anything of it. Adventurers kill chickens. That's normal. But then he killed another one. And another. He's killed 11,000 chickens. 11,000 chickens? And he just walks around burying their bones.
My wee child is missing. That's why he came here. He said he was going to help us, but he hasn't. He's been killing chickens. Apparently he needs the prayer experience.
We started to accept he may never finish the quest, which is unfortunate. Ah, there it is. Another one. That's 11,001.
So coming in here is actually going to be the last cooking level of the sort of initial prayer grind for 43. And a bit awkward. A few too many to cook. I've actually also discovered something, which is you can cook monkfish without having done the quest, which means the banked XP of the raw monkfish from the Mad Angel boss was going to be a big boost up towards 80. I'd have to kill a stupid amount of the boss to actually bank 80 cooking though, way more than the pet drop rate. So that isn't going to happen. So yeah, I actually have to get 62 cooking, so I will be returning to chickens to get that at a later date. But yeah, first of the last levels. And coming in here is going to be the last combat level that I'm going to get, which is 43 defense. So I actually got to 43 in all of them, which makes sense because it's pretty much the exact same XP, bar a few trolls that I killed, which is cool. Need to go ahead and now go for the last prayer level, which we are only 300 XP away, and then I can finally get to killing some trolls properly. And with these last few bones, we are going to get 43 prayer. I bury them in front of Chromac to say, fuck you, Chromac. Fuck you. I will slay the angel now. There is, however, one important factor. There is absolutely no way for me to recharge my prayer points on this island. The only way I can regain prayer is through the prayer potion drops from the boss, which means I'm going to have to prayer flick everything like a madman. But yeah, that is 43 prayer, which means I can now take on the trolls to get some of the gear that I need. So we're going to go do that. Okay, so I just came down here. I put the one-tick flick metronome on because I'm trying to learn how to like one-tick flick efficiently, because I need to do it to be able to kill the boss without like using prayer. Literally, like my second troll kill from starting it, I get the Addy Warhammer, which is my best in-slot weapon to kill the boss. I genuinely think now if I go and get a full inventory of food, I might be able to take on the boss. So we're going to give it a go. Let's do this. Oh, well, there goes some prayer points. Oh god. Right now, kill. Wow. Okay, that was rough. 8 minutes left on the update. Yeah, I do no damage with my Warhammer, like at all. Like literally none. The prayer I managed to keep up to about 20. All the damage was from the reflection. I couldn't seem to get the mage flicking right. I was wanting flicking it and it wasn't working, so I need to go and look up that and see what was going wrong there. I actually got some teleports, which is really nice, so I don't have to always go and get money to fix my boat. So that's a good solve. But yeah, we did get the sunstone crystal. It is done. I am going to go and build the bank now. And then the account is officially ready to grind everything out. So yeah, I'll be right back with the bank being built. Okay, just here finishing up the quest now. There it is. 12k sailing, 10k crafting, 5k mining, and 5k rune crafting. And there's the Hallowfell, which we are going to go after. Alright, and here we are at the bank, building the bank chest. That, oh, 1k XP. And that's where I'm going to leave this episode for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Next episode, I'll be trying to get into the boss grind and hopefully getting the Hallowfell. If you do like this series, I would also suggest that you go and watch my other series where I am hunting all the boss pets a region at a time. So I lock myself to Miscellanea, get all the pets there, and then unlock the next region, and so on and so forth on a fresh Ironman. Similar sort of videos, just thought you might like to watch those as well. And if I can work on 2 series at the same time, it means I can sort of produce a bit more content. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.